Have you ever noticed how difficult it is to do things you promise yourself you'll do later? You tell yourself, I'll get started at 9, but when 9 comes around, you say, maybe at 10. Then it becomes 12, then it becomes tomorrow, and before you know it, the sun has set, the day is gone, and all you're left with is the bitter taste of regret. You didn't fail because you were incapable. You failed because your mind, the very tool that's meant to guide you, became your enemy. Let that sink in for a minute. And now ask yourself this. What if I told you that the greatest threat to your dreams, your purpose, your peace, isn't the world, isn't your job, isn't your circumstances, but you? What if I told you you are your own saboteur? Not because you're broken, but because you haven't taken the time to understand how to truly command your mind. But listen, this isn't a message of condemnation. This is a turning point. This isn't meant to shame you. In fact, it's the opposite. This is your wake-up call. Because it's not too late. You can still fix this. You can still reclaim control. You can still rewire your mind. Turn your inner enemy into your external ally, and finally live a life where you don't sabotage your progress, but fuel it. So, where do we begin? It starts with radical steps. Step 1. Awareness. Imagine for a moment your mind as a horse. Powerful, fast, full of potential, but now imagine trying to ride that horse without reins. You'll be dragged, tossed, trampled. That's how most people live. Their mind is unbridled, untamed, and undirected. Awareness is the act of grabbing those reins. Now, ask yourself honestly, how many times have you made a promise to yourself that you didn't keep? How often do you say tomorrow, knowing full well that tomorrow is just today repeated? How many opportunities have you watched pass you by, not because you weren't ready, but because you delayed, doubted, or even distracted yourself into inaction? That moment of hesitation, that's the battlefield. And most people surrender daily without knowing. So don't just notice it, call it out. Take the reins back. Step 2. Radical responsibility. It's easy to blame life. To point fingers at your upbringings, your boss, your past trauma, your lack of time. But at some point, you must ask yourself, what's the common denominator in every moment I fail to act? You. Responsibility is not guilt. It's not shame. It's power. Because when you admit, I'm the one sabotaging myself, what you're really saying is, I have the power to stop. You don't need external permission to take control of your life. You only need to make one decision. I will no longer betray myself. Your mind can help you build empires or burn down every opportunity you've been given. Why? Because your mind doesn't distinguish between what's best for you and what's easiest for you. That's why this next step matters even more. Step 3. Ruthless execution. We've been taught to follow our feelings, but feelings are fleeting. They change by the hour. If you only act when you feel like it, you will live a life built on instability. Discipline isn't about how you feel. It's about what you do regardless of how you feel. So take action now. Start doing the things you said you'd do, whether or not you feel ready. Feel tired? Show up anyway. Feel overwhelmed? Start small. Feel unmotivated? Remember your obsession. Because here's the truth. You don't need motivation. You need obsession. Obsession becomes identity. And remember this. The world doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to your execution. So don't wait. The right time was yesterday. The second best time is now. Step 4. Protect the gates of your mind. Everything you consume is programming your mind. The movies you watch, the people you listen to, the content you scroll through, all of it is feeding your subconscious. Ask yourself, and be honest, are you consuming things that empower you or enslave you? Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge your growth or keep you stagnant? Is your mental environment helping you rise or silently making you rot? Your mind is a garden. If you do not plant flowers, weeds will grow. You must starve it of mediocrity and feed it excellence. Because this is a war, a daily one. A war against procrastination, laziness, and addiction. And the battlefield is your choices. Every decision you make either feeds your higher self or your lower self. So train your mind, discipline it, master it, because if you don't, someone else will. Step 5. Embrace discomfort. It's the path to freedom. Your growth lives in discomfort. Not in ease, not in pleasure, but in pain, in resistance, in the difficult conversations you avoid, the hard habits you resist, and the painful truths you don't want to face. So, what should you do? Lean into it, because the version of you that you dream of becoming, that version is on the other side of consistent discomfort. Imagine your horse is on fire, but instead of putting out the flames, you're choosing little mice around the room. That's what you're doing every time you delay action for comfort. Every time you escape instead of engage. So stop chasing mice. Start saving yourself. At the end of the day, the enemy is not out there. It's not your competition. It's not the people who doubt you. It's not the economy. It's you. Your fears, your doubts, your excuses, your procrastination. But here's the good news. You are also the solution. You are the storm and the shelter. You are the fire and the water. You are the chaos and the calm. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about unbecoming everything you were never meant to be. The path to peace is paved with pain, but if you dare to walk it, you'll find something priceless on the other side. Freedom. Freedom from self-doubt. Freedom from regret. Freedom from mental chains. So, what are you going to do now? Keep living a life built on delay and regret? Or rise, stand up, take radical control of the only thing you've ever truly owned, your mind. Because no one's coming to save you, but you still can. If you learned something from this video, like, subscribe, and comment on the video. I read everything and shared this with someone who self-betrays. I promise, this is just the beginning of our journey.